Dave from 4 Golfer. Wanted to do a quick video just to take you through the round that I had this morning. Also give you an update on where I am with the stats that I've been tracking for this year that I touched on in the previous video. And also just wanted to establish some more targets. Okay, so let's get started. We'll take a look through the round that I had this morning. So as you can see, guys, had a fairly good round this morning. Finished on 85. I was playing off 13 today. It was exactly to handicap, so I'm pleased from that perspective. But also because I'd actually turned after 9 holes on 45, so I had a really good back 9, and that was really down to a really solid finish. So some of the stats from today: hit 50% of fairways. And the bulk of those, actually, they were spread pretty fairly across. I had 3 on the front 9, 4 on the back 9. Greens in regulation, I hit 7 today, and that was really all down to my performance on the back 9. I actually managed to hit the last 5 greens in regulation, which I was really pleased with, and go level par through those holes. So that really turned around what was looking like an average round into a relatively good one. Putts wasn't awesome today, I'll be perfectly honest. I overhit quite a few, but you know, it wasn't too bad in the end. Probably the best putt I hit all day was a birdie on the last, so you know, it came good at the end. So I had 35 putts today. Probably the most impressive stat today was in and around the scrambling at 36%, or 4 out of 11. Which is significantly better than where I've been, but not exactly where I need to be. So 36% is probably still a good 15% short of really where I want to get. So that takes me into the next stage of this video, where I just want to show you how I'm going against the stats that I've been tracking. I stumbled across some stats that were an analysis of lots and lots of different amateurs games. And gave an analysis of, if you were to hit this many fairways, for example, that's the level of handicap that you're at. So I've been using this as a benchmark. Now, this brings me to the first of the targets that I've got for myself now, which is basically to get into single figures. As you see from this, we're sitting at 11.5 at the moment, so a shot and a half to go, which, you know, should be achievable. Bear in mind we've lost a couple of shots since the start of the year. So to get there, according to these stats, now bear in mind that, you know, in isolation they don't quite work. You know, they're obviously all a part of your game, and you'll be stronger in some areas than others. So when we look at this, to be an average score of 82, I need to be getting up to 7.6 fairways. So I'm not far away from that, to be perfectly honest, and I'm quite pleased with where I am in terms of how many fairways I hit. Yes, I could hit more, but there aren't too many players around that wouldn't agree that they could do that. Greens probably a little bit way off. Okay, so certainly it's got better in the last few rounds, as we can see there. But still, that 5.1 percentage, that actually puts me, you know, a little bit higher than where I want to be. So it puts me around about an 85 average score, or 13 handicap, which is where I am at the moment in terms of a playing handicap. On to putts, so I'm averaging 33.5 at the moment to get to that level. They're saying 32.7, so not far off. As much as I'm critical of my putting, honestly, it's probably not that bad. You know, there are other areas that I can definitely improve upon. Scrambling is definitely one of those. Okay, so 23% my current scramble percentage, and to be playing at that level, I need to get that to a 41% level or above, and my target for that is really to get that to 50%, because that will actually have a knock-on effect of increasing this stat over here of the pars. But just before I jump to that, the birdies, so 0.8 at the moment puts me at you know, an 85, or again what my handicap level is. But yeah, I really need to increase that, and so yeah, I need to have a few rounds where I'm making at least a couple of birdies. And the pars, I'm just under 6 at the moment, and I need to get that to around 7.7 or closer to 8 to be playing at this level. So these are only indicative. They're just the stats that I'm trying to use to work towards the targets. I think when I've did the stats before, or the targets before, sorry, I had it backwards. I was going to get to this handicap figure, and I wasn't working out how I was going to do it. So things like the scramble test, things like the short game handicap test, both of those videos that I've done recently, the aim is to try and principally improve that scrambling percentage. If I can do that, I know that the scores are going to come down. So, and we are seeing some of the benefit of that, over the last few rounds. So that's the first of the targets that I've set. Some of the others I'm sticking with. There were some of the targets that were around how many greens in regulation in a round and stuff like that. I'll put all those up on the screen, or link back to that video where you'll see where they are. But I still think they're valid. I just think that I need to have some more targeted targets. You know what I mean. So on to just one other thing that I want to show you. So since I started at the course that I play at, Sun City, I have now played, if we scroll across here, 50 competitive rounds there. Okay, so that's just over a year. It was end of January that I started there. And overall, my scoring percentage, or my scoring there, has been 93.3. So currently going 85 over the last 3 rounds. So it's really coming down. The other thing, just wanted to show you. So this is a graph of my scores and handicap over that time as well. So we're certainly seeing a downward trend in the handicap and the average scores that are coming through there. And what I'm more impressed this year is the worst score I've had this year is a 91. Whereas I was getting a lot of this inconsistency, this bouncing around that was happening there. Really tightened that grouping up now, and I'm really feeling quite comfortable about shooting in and around that score. So to drive that onto the next level is obviously the next challenge. That's certainly showing a trend in the right direction, and that was of a similar vein, but just with a little less noise in terms of everything else. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that. Not much golf in this one, but I wasn't really able to film and record. It was just really windy out on the course today. If you did enjoy the video, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have subscribed, just hit that bell icon so you can get notifications when I do bring another video out as well. Really enjoying bringing the content to you. Hope you're enjoying consuming it. I'll see you again next time.